we're focusing on access control list placement and the differences between numbered and named ACLs for your CCNA exam. A critical concept you will be tested on is where to place standard versus extended ACLs. Standard ACLs only filter based on the source IP address, so the rule of thumb is to place them as close to the destination as possible. If you place a standard ACL close to the source, you risk blocking that source from reaching other destinations that should be allowed. In contrast, extended ACLs are much more granular. They can filter on source and destination IP addresses, protocols, and port numbers. This allows you to be very specific, so the best practice is to place them as close to the source of the traffic as possible. This is more efficient because it stops unwanted traffic from crossing the network and consuming bandwidth. The exam will present you with network diagrams and ask for the most efficient placement, so you must know this rule cold. Once you know where to place the ACL, you apply it to an interface using the IP access group command, specifying a direction, in or out. This direction is from the perspective of the router's interface. Inbound ACLs process packets as they arrive on an interface before the router makes a routing decision. Outbound ACLs process packets after they have been routed and are about to leave an interface. For performance, filtering inbound is generally better for the router's CPU. If a packet is going to be denied, it's best to drop it immediately upon arrival rather than wasting CPU cycles on a routing lookup only to drop it on the way out. The CCNA also heavily tests the differences between numbered and named ACLs. Numbered ACLs are the older method, the critical limitation, and a common exam trap is that you cannot delete a single line from a numbered ACL. If you need to make a change, you must delete the entire ACL and recreate it, which is disruptive in a production environment. Named ACLs solve this problem. They are not only more readable because you can give them descriptive names like block guest DNS, but they also introduce sequence numbers. These sequence numbers allow you to insert and delete individual entries without affecting the rest of the list, making them far more flexible and manageable. For the exam, always prefer named ACLs when given a choice. A great mental shortcut to remember placement is standard stops at the destination, extended ends at the source. Finally, to verify your ACL is working, you'll use the Show Access Lists command. This command displays the ACLs and, crucially, shows a hit count for each line, indicating how many packets have matched that specific rule, which is invaluable for troubleshooting. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.